I don't have a good intro because we were recording a day early and I didn't have all day to think about it today.
That's fair, I guess.
Welcome to From Center Ice, the podcast. This is Courtney.
I'm Jacqueline.
And this episode is 21, so our podcast is legal to drink now.
Sure.
If podcasts can do that. But they can't.
No.
I was drinking last week. I should have been doing it this week instead, but alas, I was not.
It's fine.
It's fine. And if I get distracted, it's because the Blackhawks were playing on the screen in front of us. And it's tied now because Taves just got a bogus slashing call called against him.
2 in a row.
2 in a row. Phantom calls.
He was not a happy man.
He wasn't. And I wasn't happy either. But here we are.
Here we are.
And it's tied 2-2. But they haven't given up a bunch of shots this time. I think
fair.
It's pretty close. It was like 28-29 the last time I saw.
Okay. Well, that's better than the 50 that they've been giving up every game.
My cat was trying to eat cheese. I had to go
I was wondering what he was over there for.
Trying to eat cheese. But before we get into the games that have occurred lately, we have an email address if you would like to get in touch with us. It's vfcenterice@gmail.com. You could follow us on Twitter at vfcentericepod or Instagram at FromCenterIcePod. And please subscribe to us and rate this podcast on iTunes. It helps us grow, and we like seeing the reviews and ratings and all that fun stuff. And also tell your friends to listen because hockey's cool and we enjoy it. So you should enjoy listening to us talk about it. Right?
Yep.
I
think you covered it all.
I think so. From Center Ice is a Rockford Buzz production. Rockford Buzz does the work, so you don't have to. It's your one-stop shop where you can find things to do, places to visit, and positive stories about this awesome town. Just search Rockford Buzz in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store and follow along on Instagram and on Facebook.
You still need to switch that up a little bit.
I know, I keep saying that.
That's your homework for this week.
Oh, thanks. Along with taking notes and scouring Twitter and just, generally existing, I also have to write a new ad copy. All right.
It's hard to exist.
Thanks.
I don't work for Rockford Buzz, okay? I mean, I guess doing this podcast is a production, but...
It is.
But
we don't get paid for this.
No. Not at all.
It's fine. But we've had lots of games.
Oh, yeah.
In between recording our last podcast and this one. The Hawks have played, let's see, they had 2 before the one tonight. Wow. So 3 total. Mm-hmm. Well, 2 and 3/4. Oh!
This is not good for podcasting.
It's not. We'll just casually react to things happening on the screen in front of us. But I guess what we've been doing lately is starting with the IceHogs and then transitioning into the Hawks. So we can do that again, unless you spill your drink all over my table.
I wasn't even close to it. I was trying to put it down quietly.
I see. It looks like you were spilling it.
No, not at all. They played Wednesday, right?
They did, against San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
It was Kevin's first game back from
his injury
that we didn't know he had.
No, he just mentioned it in one of those media days, didn't he?
Yeah, we were like, why does he keep being scratched? And then we realized.
because nobody had said anything about it.
Unless we just completely missed it.
I mean, also very
oh, God, Robin.
Possible.
Thank you. Thank you, Robin.
Very possible that we missed
the
original announcement. But
So it was Lonkinen's first game back from injury against San Antonio, back at home after the 2-game horror show that was
in Cleveland.
The trip to Cleveland last weekend. So San Antonio took the lead first. They got the first goal of the game. But then we came back and got 3 goals in the first period from Tyler Secura, Highmore, and Entwistle. And then Reese Johnson and Boquist got their first goals of the season in the second period. And Boquist got our first power play goal of the season.
With
his first goal of the season.
Were we 0-8
It was
had to
bad.
have
It was
been
like
30-something.
I don't think it was that much.
It was at least
like
25.
Was it?
At least.
I thought it was 19.
No, because I remember 0 for 23, clearly.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but we were 0% on the power play.
Not good. You never want to be 0%.
No, it's real bad. So Boquist got his first goal, got our first power play goal, and then after the game, he was immediately called up to Chicago. So that was annoying. We finally had him producing down here, and then he just gets yanked to go play.
Did somebody get hurt? I forgot. Why did he get called up?
He just got called up, and they scratched Seabrook.
Right.
Oh, Gus is getting punched in the face. Shaw's punching somebody. Oh,
what else is new?
I know. But Wednesday was the weird game where we were leading, and so San Antonio pulled their goalie.
Oh, with like 6.5 minutes left.
6.5 minutes left, because they were on the power play.
That was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
It was. So it was 6-on-4, because they pulled their goalie on the power play, but there was 6.5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, it was a very odd decision. And then they put him back in net.
Yeah, they put
after the power play.
They put him back in net after the power play. But before that, we scored an empty netter.
Yes, because don't pull your goalie with 6.5 minutes left.
Especially on the power play, because we can't, like, icing doesn't exist when you're killing a penalty, so you can just shoot down at the net as many times as you want to. It was just a very weird decision. And then they got another power play, so they did it again.
They pulled him again.
And then they just put him back in net during the middle of play. Like, one of their skaters went off, and all of a sudden there was a goalie skating back onto the ice.
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that before either.
It was the strangest decision.
We were caught totally off guard. We were like, what is going on?
What is San Antonio doing?
The goalie's gone. Oh, now he's just skating back while they're still playing in the neutral zone. Like, what the...
There's a lot of questions that need answers.
Yeah, but thankfully, they came back home on Wednesday. They won the game, 6-2, and we actually shot the puck.
Yes.
We had 28 shots on net as opposed to 30 for San Antonio, so it was pretty close, but we won.
They needed that.
They needed that
after
this.
That was our third win of the season?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Our third win of the season after getting spanked 7-1 and 5-0.
I don't ever want to think about last weekend again.
No, not at all. But they erased it partially with the game on Wednesday.
Yes.
And then we had
good comeback.
Yeah. And then we had 2 games back to back this weekend.
Yes, Saturday and Sunday. Today is Sunday. We are
Today
recording
is Sunday.
Early.
We are. We usually record on a Monday, but since we're already together and we just went to a hockey game, it just made sense to
keep it fresh.
Yes. And the Hawks are playing right now, so it just all made sense. Oh, and they're going to the power play, so they're probably not going to score. So Kevin was back in net on Saturday against Iowa, who were at the top of the division somehow.
Yeah, they were in first.
They were in first. Mm-hmm. Okay. Top of the division. They took a 2-0 lead in the game. And the IceHogs just generally did not look good at all.
No, they were very absent. You know, just that complacent skating thing.
Which was weird because they were getting shots on net, so the shots weren't the problem. They just didn't look good. I don't know how else to describe it.
Sometimes it's hard to explain how a hockey team just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Like, they're technically doing things correctly, but, like, they don't look good doing it. You can just tell. It's the eye test.
It is.
Like, that's the only way.
It's definitely the eye test, not the stats. They just didn't really look into it or, like, they had any drive. But they were also missing a lot of chances. Like, they weren't getting any puck luck through the majority of the game. There were some that were just hitting the post.
Oh, yeah. Who hit the post, like, 3 times?
I don't remember who it was, but it was rather frustrating.
Yeah, because they definitely...
Yeah.
They were bound to score.
They were bound to score, but it was...
You could feel it. It was, like, right there. They were gonna do it.
But not until the final 3 minutes of regulation time. But once they started, they didn't stop. So they scored 2 goals in 28 seconds. Because why the hell not? Really?
Because, who was it? Lucas Carlson decided to just wake up and start slapping clappers in.
Yes, so he got the first goal. And then the second one was another shot from him, but Tyler Secura tipped it. So that was technically Tyler's goal. So then we went to overtime. But Alexander Fortin had taken a penalty at the end of regulation, and so they had to come back and kill a bit of penalty time in overtime, which is not ideal.
It was most of the
I believe
penalty.
it was.
I think it was
if
only
not
like
the whole
20
penalty.
Yeah, I think it was only like 16 seconds
okay.
killed in regulation, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so that's not ideal. It's 4-on-3 in overtime, and you never just want 3 guys out there trying to defend along with your goalie. But they made it through.
They did.
They killed it off, surprisingly. They actually weren't too bad on the penalty kill this weekend. Thankfully, maybe they're finally getting it together. There were a couple of goals scored on them while they were killing penalties, but they looked a lot better than they had earlier.
Right. It's not like a guaranteed thing that they're going to get scored on when they take a penalty.
Yeah, like it was
anymore.
before.
that was just ridiculous. But
yeah.
But it's not like that anymore, so it's good.
Like
it's good.
Yeah, so then we go to overtime, and then Matthew Highmore wins it.
My boy!
And we were sitting there like, what just happened?
Because we had written off the game.
Totally.
There was like 2 minutes left. We were like, yeah, it's over. Like, they're not going to score.
Over.
It's fine. Yeah. Whatever. Just resign ourselves to the fact that we're going to lose again.
Yeah. But then they get 2 goals in 28 seconds. You're like, where the hell was this team for the rest of the game?
That's why it's so frustrating, because it's like, you know that they're capable.
Right.
They just hadn't been putting it together.
I don't know how it just clicks in the final minutes of the third period, but it did on Saturday night, and then we won it in overtime. And then there was tonight's game, against Chicago. So the first 2 matchups against Chicago, we swept them in back-to-back fashion. Both.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love this song.
I know, right? It was a home and home, so the first game was here at the BMO, the second game was in Rosemont. But this weekend, there was just one outing against the stupid Wolvesies. And we had Colin in net tonight. He was the backup for Kevin last night. And we were pretty sure we were going to see him tonight.
Yeah, it seemed like
a given. With both of them healthy, I don't see Tompkins getting a lot of work.
Which I wish we would just send him down to Indy.
I really hate the three-goal
system. Like,
yeah.
Just...
It doesn't make sense.
It's not beneficial for anyone.
It's not, because you always have one guy sitting.
Just let him go down so he can get some ice time.
Exactly. And stupid. Obviously he wants to play at a higher level, but he's not getting playing time.
Exactly. It's pointless. Yeah. It's just not good for
I don't know why they don't do with him what they did with Colin a few years ago and call him back up to practice with the team. Right. But when Indy plays, send him down to play
so
the games.
He can actually play.
Right.
It's crazy. What a thought.
Yeah, so I don't know. I really don't know what their thought process is here, because when Kevin and Colin are healthy, they're getting the starts in net because those are your 2 main guys. Mm-hmm. So it's not like Tompkins is just fighting for playing time, because he's not getting playing time unless one of them's injured.
Exactly, so he's just sitting.
Yeah.
And he was backup tonight, but that's not... Like, he's still not playing.
Exactly. And if one of them does get injured, all you have to do is call him up from Indy.
It's not hard.
It's not. So it's just, I don't like the 3-goalie system. I wish we weren't doing it again like we did last year. I'm glad Kevin's not getting the shaft this time like he did last year.
I love seeing him in net.
Me too.
He deserves it.
He was really good Wednesday. He was really good last night.
Yes.
He tracks pucks well. He follows them in traffic.
Confident.
He does.
It's great. Like, he
gives us confidence in the stands that not every puck is gonna just get blasted by him.
Yes.
And that probably says a lot for the team in front of him too, because
for sure.
Then his defense and his forwards can play with a little more offensive focus and not have to be like, oh god, every goal is or every shot's gonna go in. So yeah, he looked really good. And then we had Colin in net tonight, like I said. And I don't know what's wrong with this kid.
It's really upsetting to see, because he was on fire.
Yeah, when he first came up to the IceHogs. He wasn't that great when he first came up.
No, not
when
at
he
first.
was doing the whole Indy to Rockford train.
But there was no consistency there, so
No.
I can't really blame him for...
And he was just coming out of college.
Exactly.
Like, he had no pro experience. But then once he actually got used to the system in Rockford and got used to playing pro hockey, he was really good.
He was amazing.
And he had us all excited, like, this is our backup or our goalie of the future. And then something happened at the midway point last season, maybe a little further past the midway point. Yeah, he was with Chicago a lot because of all the goalie nonsense.
Yeah, I think it was later in the season.
Yeah.
But either way,
he just broke.
Something changed.
I don't know if the experience in Chicago broke him because the team was so bad last year.
I wouldn't be surprised if Blackhawks broke him.
Me either.
But it's sad to see.
It really... I still have faith in Colin because...
Absolutely.
He's a good goaltender when he can put it together and when he's playing consistently. But the problem is we haven't seen consistent Colin yet this season, and it's still a carryover from the end of last season.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought going into the summer he'd have time to practice and regroup and work out the kinks and all that, but he came back just playing the same way.
It's just crazy because early last season, and obviously the season before that, he seemed like a guy that you could not shake mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he could have a bad game and it would not affect him at all. He could just brush it right off.
Totally.
But
a bad game, a bad goal against.
Right. He could just take a drink and keep playing.
Just get back to it.
Right.
But now...
I don't feel that way anymore.
Me either.
I feel like it's getting to him, and I feel like his confidence is just gone, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's like one goal, not even a bad goal.
Right.
I mean, the guys on the other team are professional hockey players too. They're going to score.
I mean, it happens. Like, it's hockey.
So,
you can't stop them all.
Exactly. So a puck goes in the net. Doesn't matter if it's a soft goal or just a really good shot from the opposing team. But as soon as that first one goes in, it's like, that's it. You know more are going to go in against him. And that's not the kind of thought process you want to have with your goaltender. And that's not the thought process that us or anybody else we talked to and seemingly the team in front of him had about him before.
Right.
So I don't know when this happened or what happened to change it, but he just doesn't seem like the same player that he was when he was on his hot streak here.
And I don't think it was a fluke either.
I don't think it was either.
I still have so much hope for him. I feel like something just has to slide back into place.
Yeah.
And he's going to light it up. But I don't know what that is.
Me either. I know they have, like, mental coaches in NHL. I don't know if they have them in the American League.
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't, I feel like we really need one.
Right.
To just work with the players.
I just don't understand what changed.
Me either. It's not like our goalie coach changed. We've had Peter Aubry, and he's worked really well with our goalies previously.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say that it's on him.
But it's not even just confidence. Like, he doesn't look like he's tracking the puck as well.
Right.
He's
not finding it in traffic like he used to.
Right. He's way out of position half the time. No, he looked better tonight.
He did look better tonight. He didn't...
In terms of positioning.
I don't feel like there was one moment where I saw him lose his net like we have previous games he's played.
Yeah, earlier this season, like any other game that he's played, he's been way out.
Yeah, there's been at least one goal where he's all the way out of his net.
Like, what are you doing, bro?
Like, where did you go?
But yeah, that didn't happen tonight. So I feel like that maybe he's gotten under control. It's hard to say with one game.
Yeah.
But I have hope that
at least they're working on it.
Right.
At least they've identified the trend.
Exactly.
And they're working on it.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Again, it's only one game.
Right.
So.
Very small sample size.
Very small.
Like the smallest.
Yes. But he still really wasn't tracking pucks all that well. And he's not as quick as he used to be.
Right.
He used to move around in his crease like effortlessly and really quick. He would get from post to post quickly. And now it's like if the puck goes from one side of the ice to the other, it's going in on him.
Yeah, like you catch him on one end of the... Sorry, there's hockey things happening. I can't words. No, but like like you said, if he's on one side of the net,
all you have to do is throw it to the other side, and it's
just
probably
pass it
going
to the
in.
other end, and
which against any goaltender is a high danger chance. But
he was really good at being in position before.
Correct.
Positioning his body in a way that was not scary
and
for everyone.
Yeah, and he was able to get to the other post with ease or faster. I don't know. It's just so different now.
See, and I feel like that when he was up in Chicago, and was it in Chicago when his net kept coming off?
Yeah, and then it happened back down here too.
Right, but there was that one game where the net kept coming off, like over and over and over. And it wasn't just him, like the other goalie had the same issue with that net between periods. But
I at least remember one game against the Leafs where it was like
okay.
That. Yeah.
But yeah, everybody was like accusing him of cheating and like pushing the net off on purpose. And I feel like ever since then he's tried not to do that. But I feel like that was a huge part of the way that he moved, was how he pushed off the posts.
Exactly. And now he's
like scared to do it. Which obviously he wasn't cheating. Like, no, that was just a faulty net.
Right. Because it didn't happen to only him.
Right. But
it's just really frustrating.
I feel like it's changed the way he's played. And obviously this is speculation.
Right.
I don't know anything of this. But it's just what it looks like.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope he can get it figured out. Because you never want to see him just fall off like that. Especially such a good guy.
Right.
On and off the ice. So, hope he figures it out. He did get the win tonight.
He did!
We say all of this like we lost the game.
We haven't even gone over the whole game.
We got to the first line of the notes about the game. Which is Colin in net.
Yep, he sure was. Okay, but anyway, yeah. Through the first period and the first half of the second, looked like shit.
This was an adventure of a game.
That's one way to put it.
The Wolves were the better team on the ice by a mile.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even like they were playing lights out amazing. It's just that the Hogs were so bad that they looked like they were playing at an elite level.
Right.
And I want to say we were keeping up with them. Mm-hmm. So it's not like I said, it's not like they looked like they were at elite level, but they were making the most of their opportunities and cashing in on them.
For sure.
When it counted. So they got out to a 4-1 lead.
Mm-hmm.
And then, thankfully, by the end of the second, we had cut it down to a 4-2. So going into the third, down 2 goals again, like last night, which part of me was like, all right, we just did this last night.
Mm-hmm.
They can do it again, right? But then...
But you don't trust them to do that.
Exactly. And you never want to rely on your team to have to come back from a 2-goal deficit in the third period against a team that routinely scores goals against you and have already put in 4 goals against a struggling goaltender.
Right.
So going into the third, I had lost hope. I was done. I was like, we've lost this game. I resigned myself to it. I was like,
Courtney went into Zen mode at a hockey game, and I've never seen that before. She was very calm and quiet, and it scared me, to be honest.
It must have scared them, too, because there were 9, I think it was 9-19. Yeah, the Hawks are going to overtime. What else is new? They did this last night, too. Yeah, so, like, the final 9 minutes of this game...
Absolutely insane.
The IceHogs take what was a 4-2 losing score and turn it into a 7-4 win.
How?
Within the final 9 minutes of the third period. So they did it to us once again.
It wasn't the last 2 minutes this time.
Not the last 2, but it was close enough to where...
The second half of the third period.
I was very depressed. So Dylan nets the first goal.
Okay, wait, time out. You were doing the thing. Okay, so Dylan came back from suspension.
Oh yeah,
we didn't talk about that.
We didn't. He got
suspended after the Wednesday game.
Yeah. For a 5...
High-sticking?
Yeah, a 5-minute high-sticking major, which I have never seen before.
No, I don't know if the rules changed or if we...
Hawks win!
Oh, that was quick.
Taves to Kane. Less than 30 seconds into
fucking
overtime.
Beautiful. Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
They need that too.
Yes. Why is it always those two?
It's always those two. Always.
It's so frustrating because they've been playing so bad this year. Anyways, all right, Hawks win. I'm turning this off.
Yes,
okay. Stop being distracted.
Now we can really focus. All right. But yeah, okay, so Dylan got suspended.
Say we can focus, and then my cat starts chewing on plastic.
What else is new? Yeah, I got that match penalty for the high-sticking major.
Which leads to
automatic
a one-game
suspension. Didn't play last night
against
Iowa,
yep.
But came back tonight
and
looked like hell.
Yeah, he was really bad through the first 2.5 periods.
Having a terrible game. Like, couldn't hold on to the puck.
Nope.
Couldn't catch a pass.
Nope. Puck was just dying on his stick.
Yeah.
Turning it. He looked like he was trying to make up for the suspension. Like he was trying to do too much on the ice, which ended up in him just turning the puck over.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was.
So Courtney was talking a lot of shit, right?
As I do.
As she does, especially when it comes to Dylan, for some reason. Because he goes on these really cold streaks, right? Like, he doesn't do shit.
For like half a game.
And she's like, all right, I'm done with this guy. Like, he's never going to score
looks like shit.
again.
He's not going to score. And then
he comes and gets a
scores
fucking
a goal.
hat trick tonight.
Yeah, so he scores. He scores. And then he scores again. And we're like, wow, 2 goals. And, well, no. Okay, so he scored. And then Hagel scored. Brandon Hagel scored to tie the game.
He was so happy.
4-4. He was. And then Dylan came back, like, immediately. Scored the second goal. You're like, okay, now we're leading 5-4.
Uh-huh.
Within, like, 3 minutes.
Something like that, yeah.
And then we get another goal from Sekura.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan. Sekura. For his hat trick goal.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this, I believe, happened in under 6 minutes.
It did. 5 minutes and 59 seconds. We got 4 goals.
4 goals to go from losing 4-2 to winning 6-4. How did they do this?
I don't know what's going on in the end of the third periods.
Me either.
The last couple of games.
Why can't they just do that throughout the whole game?
You see, that's asking too much.
Apparently. Why? They looked like they had no desire at all.
None.
To win this game tonight.
And then they turned it on somehow.
Yeah. So the second goal of the night that we scored, the first one, I believe, was a power play goal from
Nilsson,
yes. The second one was a goal from Entwistle, and that one just, like, he touched it, it hit a Wolves skate, and went into the goal. So I was like, cool, we can't score unless we get insane puck luck, and it goes off a defender and in the net. And it was like that for, I don't know, probably a full period. Mm-hmm. So by this time, I'm just like, we've lost the game. It's fine. We've already beat Chicago twice. So it's going to be 2-1. Mm-hmm. It's fine. Everything is fine. I'm not losing my sanity. It's cool. But no. D. Sicky comes back, gets a hat trick after I'm sitting there talking mad shit.
Mad shit.
To be fair, I stopped after the first goal.
You did. Well, I mean, obviously, because he shut you up.
That, and they just didn't stop scoring after the first one went in. I had no time to say anything, so they just kept scoring goals.
It's true.
Why couldn't this have happened throughout the whole game to make me not be so upset in the third period?
They need you upset.
Apparently. I just need to be upset at all times for this team to do anything good. That is not good for my blood pressure.
No, this game was just bad for the heart in general. Like,
it was. We were so upset for, like,
all of the game.
2 periods, right?
Yeah.
And then the third one started, and at least I was in Zen mode.
You were in Zen mode. I was still stressing.
I was like, I can't even be bothered to be mad about this game. They look so bad. They don't deserve to win. And then they go on this explosion and just keep putting pucks past Oscar Dansk. It wasn't even Garrett Sparks this time.
Yeah,
it was Oscar.
Called up.
So I'm still speechless about this. And then to add insult to injury to the poor Wolvesies.
Poor.
Reese Johnson got an empty netter to make it 7-4. And this kid, he's having a hell of a weekend.
Yes.
Because yesterday against Iowa, he had 2 shot blocks in one shift on the penalty kill. Mm-hmm. The first one hit him in the leg. It looked like it was like the knee area. Yeah. And he was struggling.
He was not feeling good. He did not feel good.
And then
he wanted to go off the ice.
But they were killing a penalty. Back. Yeah. And then he got in the way of another shot, hit him right in the midsection.
Oh, ouch,
he was just not having a good time.
So much
ouch. Those were 2 very key blocks on that penalty kill.
Absolutely.
And then Carlson came sliding through with a sliding block after his 2.
Yep.
Like, where has the team been? Help your goalies out. Blocks some shots, score some goals, but you can only do that at the end of the game, apparently. Can't do it throughout the whole first 2 periods.
Not a sustainable
isn't.
Strategy.
You are not always going to score how many goals? 5 in the last 9 minutes of a game. That's just not how this works. For some reason, we lulled Oscar Dance to sleep with our pathetic performance through 2.5 periods, and he was just in this false sense of security that, this team can't do anything. And then we just get 4 past him, and the 5th goal was an empty net. But I don't know what happened.
Not at all. The next game is Wednesday, right?
Oh, it's the school day game.
The school day Toronto game.
10:30 in the morning. Time. Yes, we're playing the Marlies. I'm super excited. I'll probably wear my Toronto hat. I apologize in advance, but I will wear my IceHogs jersey.
Yeah, that's fine.
It won't be like me at Blackhawks games where I go full Toronto, the jersey, the hat.
The taped leaf over your Blackhawks tattoo.
Yeah. To be fair, it makes me mad every time they beat us. I still root for the Hawks. I'm just obnoxious and go dressed as a Leafs fan because that's just who I am.
But yeah, the school day game. We've been told that there's going to be around 5,000 children there. This is 10:30 in the morning.
My head already hurts just thinking about it.
We should bring headphones or something because these children, I don't know if it's anything like the Girl Scout night. But that's the pitch that these children can hit.
They're so squeaky.
It makes my ears ring.
They're not high schoolers.
No,
they're elementary and middle schoolers. So
small children.
Yes.
Small.
Very small children. Hopefully we don't get surrounded by any that don't know how to put on deodorant.
Oh, God. We don't want stinky children.
No. Last year, we stole your brother.
We did, but he's in high school now.
He was in middle school last year, and you just walked up to his teacher like, hey, that's my brother. Can he come sit with us? And somehow she said yes.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. But
it is kind of weird. It's kind of like,
sure.
Like, thankfully, he was your brother.
Right. But, like, there was also that one time when he was in elementary school and I was a pizza delivery girl and I brought the school lunch pizzas and, like, I saw him. So I jokingly went up to him and, like, bumped into him with the pizza bag. And he just froze and stared at me like he didn't know me. And the lunch lady yelled at me.
Oh, my God.
She's like, you can't just be running into kids like this. I'm like, that's my brother. I was just, oh, God. I'm so sorry.
That's hilarious.
Eddie, I need you to do better because...
It's even better because you guys don't have the same last name. No. So it's not like you can just show your ID and be like, it's my brother.
I promise.
You have different last names.
We have the same mom. But I feel like now he will claim me. But
maybe. It depends on the day.
That's true.
Because he is a teenager.
True. Yes.
And teenagers are notoriously terrible.
But even if he is taller than me, I still maintain that I can beat him up. So
probably.
It's fine. But anyway.
I almost beat him up when he was being a brat.
Dude, this kid, the mouth he has on him.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
He's a teenager.
I don't like teenagers' attitudes.
Me either. Teenagers suck.
Yeah.
Apologies to any teenagers listening to this podcast. But
do better.
Please watch your mouths and your attitudes. And don't make decisions when you're 15 years old.
Oh, never. You should be locked in a room.
We remind every teenager turning 15. Don't make any decisions. And they always do.
They don't stop. Listen. They can't stop making decisions.
So Eddie's 13, right?
Or 14. He's 14.
Oh, God. He's 15 next year.
Yeah. In May.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, no.
I'm going to lock him in his room.
Yep.
I'm going to take away his computer and lock him in his room.
There you go. And his phone. And an iPod. Shout out to your mom. And brother.
Oh, dear.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. How did we get here?
School day game. Stole him last year. Can't do it this year.
No, he won't be there.
I don't believe Ian's school is going.
No?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I'll ask him.
He probably doesn't know.
Probably not. He just kind of goes with the flow.
Yeah.
He doesn't like hockey much. He gets bored. I don't understand
We'll work on him.
Yeah.
We got the other one to like hockey. Well, both other ones to like hockey. Garrett and Eddie.
Oh, Garrett. I'm like, who are you talking about?
You have 3 brothers, Jacqueline.
I know, but he's like a different level of brother because he's not a child and he's married.
He has a child.
He does have a child. That's crazy.
It is. He's still 13 in my head.
Right? He will never be an adult, even though he's clearly an adult now.
He is an adult.
Married with children. Child? Just one child.
Unless they have news they have not broken to it. Wait, the math would not add up. Wait, yeah, it would.
If she was
pregnant was very smallly pregnant.
Oh, you mean like... No, because Aiden's only like 4.5 months old.
Yeah. You're supposed to kind of take a break after.
You're supposed to, but there's a lot of people that have 2 kids in a year.
You're right. Oh my God.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do any children.
No, so. But like especially if you give natural birth twice in a year.
Oh, we need to get back on track.
Yeah, where is this going? This is why we record on Mondays and not Sundays.
School day game. Playing Toronto. Lots of children. 10:30 in the morning.
I'm glad they sell coffee at the BMO.
Oh, yeah.
I wish they would let us bring our own coffee.
That would be great.
At least season ticket holders. Like, come on, you can trust us, right?
People can't behave.
I would probably come with spiked coffee for a school day game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's going to be rough. Man. So, yeah, the IceHogs, they just needed to come home and do a little bit of home cooking.
Yeah, they won their last 3 games.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Are we up to 5 wins now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because we had 2 against Chicago. Mm-hmm. And the one against San Antonio.
Right.
And then...
Wait, 4 wins then? No.
2 more.
2 Chicago, San Antonio. Last night. Who did we play? Iowa. And then Chicago today. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blackhawks. What have they done?
They're still broken.
They won tonight.
They did in overtime.
Did they win last night?
Girl, no. They didn't.
Where was I last night?
Here.
Was I watching?
No,
we didn't watch.
Maybe you weren't here. You were here physically.
I remember now.
Do you?
Vaguely. I told you, I don't know what time it is anymore.
Well, it's 9:50 p.m.
Oh, Lord.
And, yeah, the IceHog... What?
We're both over here, just, tip-top shape.
Tippy-top.
Tippy-top.
Tippity-toppity. Tippity-toppity. Yeah, so, okay. The Blackhawks. Start from the top, I guess, eh?
Sure.
Nashville.
Ooh.
Nashville was the first game played after we recorded, because it was on Tuesday.
Right.
They lost 3-0. Poor Robin Lehner got absolutely shelled. He had 51 shots against him.
Unacceptable!
To 20 shots for the Blackhawks.
Good God.
Yeah, so that game against Nashville, we just need to completely tear out of the record book and throw it in a fire and forget it ever happened because they looked terrible I was sitting here watching it, and I don't really know what I was watching. It was just so bad. I couldn't believe they were updating the shot totals, and it just, like, kept going up exponentially. I'm like, where are all these shots even coming from?
Right.
51.
That's just insane.
And he only let in 3 goals. He was the star of the game. I have nothing else to really say about that game. I
don't think we need to. They lost real bad.
Poor Robin.
Too many shots. They didn't
help Robin at all.
He was the only one that showed up.
He was. Just watching it, he looked like the only person on the ice in a Blackhawks sweater playing hockey.
Really upsetting.
It was. So then last night, after, like, weird days off again, because they can't schedule things properly.
Right, it was Tuesday to Saturday.
Yeah.
So they had, like, 4 days off.
4 days off. You'd think maybe they could get their shit together.
Nah.
They were in Los Angeles, facing the Kings. Crawford was in net. And they lost 4-3 in overtime.
They made it.
They got a point. They were also down 2-0. And then we were at Target when the game started. And then we were getting updates on our phone. And Crawford got pulled. And we were like, what?
Yeah.
So it was like, did Jeremy really just pull him after 2 goals?
2 goals, yeah.
Especially when we're playing the next night. That didn't make sense. And then Robin was in. He stopped all 5 shots he faced. And then Crawford came back. And we figured out that he got nailed in the forehead with a puck. So he was taken out for a concussion protocol and obviously passed because he came back and played the rest of the game and went on to stop 30 consecutive shots at one point.
Yeah.
So he's clearly not feeling too bad.
No.
And then...
But good for the concussion spotters for pulling him. Whether or not he agreed with the decision.
Yes.
Very good on them. Like,
I agree.
There needs to be more of that. Who was it that got, like, kicked in the head the other night? Do you remember?
I didn't see that.
There's a goalie that got kicked in the head. I don't want to say. I don't remember who it was. But they got kicked in the head, didn't get taken out.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It was ridiculous.
That's not okay. So I am glad that they checked him out. It was kind of soul-crushing for a bit when it seemed like he got pulled out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's that, and then just the thought of, like, him
getting another concussion.
Potentially, probably career-ending at this point.
Definitely. Like, even if he didn't have any side effects from it down the road.
Right.
You can't keep testing fate like that.
Especially now that he's got another kid on the way.
Exactly.
Like, he's got a whole family. Like,
just got married over the summer.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you're making. Like,
he's still gonna make his money.
Right.
Like, just LTIR him even if you wanted to. But his contract's up at the end of the season.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
what I was gonna say. Like, it's...
Yeah. So, I don't know. But
anyway, he's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine. No concussion.
No concussion. He gave up another goal in the third period, I want to say, to make it 3-2 after we had tied it. But then the Hawks tied it again. I believe it was Taves to Kane again, wasn't it? To tie it up.
Yeah.
Because we were like, of course it was.
Of course it was.
And then we lost in overtime.
With like 16 seconds left, wasn't it? 16.
It was fucking garbage bag Drew Doughty. I believe they had a 2-on-1. He threw it across the slot. Corey made a good save, but it snuck past him and just kind of died on the ice. But Doughty found it before he did and popped it in the net.
It was so unfortunate.
He
stopped it.
Yep.
Like 6 inches clear of the line. And he went forward a little bit, left the puck behind. And Doughty just kind of right behind him.
It was just one of those things that makes you put your face in your hands.
There's nothing else to really say about it. Like, It was just really hurtful to see.
It was just...
Because it was...
Like, where was the defense, first of all? Where was the defender?
Yeah.
Because it's 3-on-3, each guy takes a man. Where was Doughty's man? Clearly not with Doughty.
Clearly not out there.
They easily could have cleared the puck before Doughty got there because he was behind the net.
Mm-hmm.
And then just... Why? Just why?
It was just a heartbreaking way to lose a game.
It was. It really was. And it seems like we always... have those against LA. Always. always have those heartbreaking losses. I'm looking at you, 2014, against the Los Angeles Kings, which I will never be able to forgive them for. At least they weren't playing Quick last night.
Yeah.
They were playing Campbell. But still. Because Quick has had an awful start to the season, and it makes me so happy. But they lost. They got a point. I'm sure it just added fuel to the Lehner versus Crawford debate. Clearly, so far this season, Lehner has been the better goalie, which I feel like everybody could have predicted coming into the season.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of his season last year, even though it was with a different team. But Lehner is a very good goalie.
Right.
And Crawford has obviously had his health issues. I will still always stick up for him and defend him. But at this point, Lehner is playing better, so obviously he should get the majority of the starts. But, I don't know. It just seems weird to me to put the two of them against each other when it's clear, like, what the goalie situation is at this point.
Right.
So, I don't know.
I'm trying to find who the goalie was that got kicked in the head because it's really bothering me now. I'm not finding it now. Nope, it's gone forever.
But yeah, the goalie debate, which really shouldn't be a debate, that I still refuse to engage in because it will just make me mad.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are stupid and they will just be like, Crawford's done.
Yeah.
Like, no, he's not. He's still playing well. The team in front of him just sucks. And Lehner is just playing better at this point in time. So he's making the better saves. And that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yep.
It's unfortunate.
But anyway, they gave up 100 shots in 2 games, so that's fun.
They did do that. Thankfully, they looked a bit better tonight. They were in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
Robin was back in net after the back-to-back. They gave up less shots against, thankfully. Let me look it up, actually. Since the game is over now, we can have an official shot total. The shots were 38 Anaheim to 37 for Chicago. So pretty even.
Yeah.
You can't get much more even other than being even.
Right.
So they did better. The shots against LA were 49 for LA and 27 for Chicago. So clearly not good, but they did better tonight, matching Anaheim shot for shot pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It was Ryan Getzlaf's 1,000th game.
Wow.
And it was Robin Lehner's 100th win.
It sure was.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I was hoping it would be. Like, Ryan Getzlaf can have his whole 1,000th game ceremony, but then Lehner gets his 100th win.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks.
Everybody wins.
Yeah. It kind of sucks
just more.
Couldn't do it at home. But, you know, it's better to get the wins than
for sure
losses. So I'll go with it. Boquist got his first NHL goal.
Yes, he got both of his firsts this week.
He did.
His first AHL goal.
Yeah.
So his first professional goal was on Wednesday
on the power play, and this one was basically on the power play. It was right when it...
He was coming out of the bench.
It was right when it had expired, so it technically counts as a even strength goal, but it's basically a power play goal. Just give it to him.
Nope.
But it was a beautiful snipe.
It was nice. Yeah.
And Kirby was on the ice, and he grabbed the puck for him.
Immediately. He was so happy for him.
He was. So there's the future of the team right there.
Damn.
Curbs and Boquist.
Who else was on that line?
Nylander.
All the kids, man.
Taves was
there,
out there. So he was like the grandpa of the
crew. Yeah, it was Taves.
Grandpa Taves. Setting up the kid.
Oh no. Who was the fourth kid? Kirby?
Was Gus out there? It might have been Gus.
I thought it was 4 rookies and Taves.
I don't think so. Okay. Oh, maybe it was Kupalik.
I think it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Happy for him.
For sure.
I wish that he was still with us.
Well, you know.
He is no longer with us. Make him sound like he's dead. No, he's just with the Blackhawks because they always take our people. The life of being an AHL fan is so hard.
Siebes played tonight or no?
He did.
He did? Okay.
He was back in. Cuckoo was scratched.
Cuckoo.
So Siebes came back in last night, and Gus was scratched.
Which, just music to my ears.
I know, right? And then tonight, Siebes and Gus were in the lineup, so Cuckoo was scratched.
Okay.
Yep. And that's probably just going to add more fuel to that fire that people don't like Cuckoo, since we actually won.
Cuckoo?
Nothing.
Why do people not like Cuckoo?
I don't know.
I haven't heard this one.
I
need to stay more in the loop.
I really don't know. He's been perfectly fine, in my opinion, because nobody on the team has been exceptionally good except Alex Nylander. So, which is a really weird thing to say, but it's the truth. Well, Nylander and Lehner.
Right. I mean,
but obviously. We just talked about that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's a really weird season for the Hawks. And speaking of Boquist, I was kind of surprised by his call-up after Wednesday's game. Because to me, from the IceHogs, he's not the most NHL-ready defenseman.
Agreed.
They already have Gilbert, and he's been scratched, so they should send him
back
to us.
Why did they take him if they're just going to scratch him?
I don't know. He was playing until Boquist got called up.
Right. But,
send him back! But alas, no. I would give Tulola a shot, personally.
He has been definitely one of our standout guys in Rockford.
He has. I'm not confident that it would translate to NHL success.
Me either.
But just the way Boquist had been playing down here, he wouldn't have been my first choice, but I get where they're going with it.
I agree.
Because he is the top defensive prospect,
yes.
So if you're going to call anybody up, it might as well be him. Kind of feed his ego a bit.
Exactly, yeah. Give him the chance.
And kind of throw him into the fire like they're doing with Kirby.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to get him back or they just plan on keeping him. If so, they're gonna have to trade a defenseman because you can't just roll with that many guys up there and be sitting kids every game when they could be down in Rockford playing.
That would be just absolutely asinine.
It would. In our opinion. I mean, maybe that's what they want to do.
They want to sit the kids?
Let
the kids play.
I wouldn't agree with it, but...
The kids need to play somewhere.
Yes.
I don't care where it is.
Exactly. I mean, I wish it was with us, just selfishly.
Yeah.
So we could see them, but I get why they want to play them in Chicago. And this is just further proof that the higher-ups on the team listen to our podcast. Because last week I said they need to youngify the D.
You did.
And they called up Boquist.
They did do that.
So clearly, they're listening to what I am saying, along with Dylan Secura, who just scores goals after I talk mad shit, saying he's never going to do anything
You're
ever
the
again.
undercover GM.
They actually did hire us as the GM of the team.
We just aren't allowed to talk about it.
But here we are, spilling our secrets about how we're spies for the GM.
Speaking of GMs, the Montreal Canadiens GM was at the IceHogs game tonight.
I totally forgot that you showed me that tweet.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's a trade of brewing with Montreal.
I don't know. Why would he be there?
That kind of makes me nervous. It's like, who are they going to trade? I don't want to get rid of anybody on this current team.
No, not from the Hogs.
I don't think. Unless they're looking at it.
What?
What if they're looking at a goalie?
Don't say it! Courtney, no! No, I refuse to get upset about this right now.
We're running 3 goalies.
Okay, and I love them all. You're not allowed. Goalie hoard, remember? We're hoarding them.
I mean, I agree, but Kevin's playing really well.
They better not.
He's got a gold medal.
They better not.
Tommy's the kid.
Stop it.
So
Stop it right now.
You with a spare tire.
Stop it right now. There's so many other people we could be trading.
I'm just saying.
Well, I need you to stop saying.
In net tonight.
Stop saying. All right? Just.
They put him in net tonight when.
Like he wasn't going to play anyway.
He could have played last night.
Okay, but Kevin did.
Yeah, but Mark Bergevin wasn't here last night.
Maybe they didn't know he was coming.
They have to know he's coming. They have to have him on the list to get into the game.
Maybe he was just a pop-up. Like, hey, guys,
but he doesn't just buy tickets to a hockey game in Rockford.
Who said he bought a ticket? Maybe he just showed up.
And the people who work security for the Beam were like, hey, that's Mark Bergevin, the GM for the Montreal Canadiens.
Clearly.
I mean, he used to work in the Hawks organization, but I doubt any of the people who work at the BMO, aside from the ones who are super into hockey, know that.
They don't even know how to give us regular water.
Exactly. They always give us sparkling water.
I don't want seltzer water. It's not refreshing. I don't care what anybody says. Soda water is gross.
But who else could they be?
What?
They're looking at Dylan. He just scored a hat trick.
Oh, God. Don't split up the sickies.
We have so many forwards.
We do.
And there's a lot in Chicago already who are working out, and he can't score in Chicago. And then he just comes out and gets a hat trick. What if they trade D-Sicky and Colin as a package deal?
Courtney, I need you to stop. All right? I need you to not.
But what if...
Because I'm not going to be able to sleep if I'm thinking about this. And I need to be able to sleep.
Yeah, but who else would they be looking at?
There's so many forwards that we have that are not... We don't have space for them all.
Yeah, but what if...
No, I don't like these giant what ifs. I can deal with baby what ifs.
Dylan was a highly touted prospect.
Yes.
Mark Bergevin's at the game that he wins for us.
Mm-hmm.
With the hat trick.
Mm-hmm.
What if he's looking to add some scoring depth to the Canadiens?
I can't picture this.
Just saying.
I'm not gonna get upset.
Just saying.
Because there's a lot of things that he could be there for.
Like what?
Different.
Just come check out a game in Rockford, Illinois?
Shit, why not? We got a cool arena and a cool team that does stuff in the last half of the third periods.
Yeah, and he probably wants a player from that team. That's why he's there watching them.
Very Melway.
Very
well may.
Very Melway.
But I don't want to speculate on who because I will be very stressed out and I need to find my zen.
Maybe he was watching the Wolves.
He could have been.
What if he wants Dansk? He doesn't anymore.
He doesn't anymore. Not after that third period. Oh my god. Yeah, he wanted to watch the Wolves, not the Hogs.
They've got some rookies on the team.
Yeah. Yeah, take the Wolves. Take all of them. I don't care.
All of them?
I don't care.
But then we would get Laval as the Wolves.
Yeah.
And Laval beat us.
Oh, shit, they did.
Yeah.
That was the other day game.
Yeah. Oh, my cat's chewing on
Baby, stop it.
I'm trying to podcast and put awful scenarios into Jacqueline's head. Stop chewing on
upsetting.
Plastic.
Stop it.
All I'm saying is there was a GM for an NHL team at the game where we pulled out a 7-4 win when we were losing 4-2. And there was one guy who pretty much won the game for us.
For sure.
And he was a highly touted prospect. He's still young. He's also got a brother on the team.
Does.
Yep.
I still maintain Tyler is more consistent.
He is.
Tyler's
better.
It was trying real hard not to come out.
It was.
I like Tyler a lot. He's definitely...
What if they want Tyler?
Don't take him!
What if they want both? What if they send both Sickies and Colin to Montreal?
My heart will be shattered. Because those are very key players.
Mm-hmm. They are. That's probably why they want them.
Okay, well, we need them. Can you picture this team without the Securas?
No.
No, absolutely not.
But maybe Mark Bergevin doesn't want to picture his Laval Rockets without them either. Are there any other trade predictions that you have about this team?
No, absolutely not.
You don't want to think about it anymore?
I don't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we can think about it next week.
Oh, that gives me a whole week to cook up some nonsense.
Oh, God, what have I done? Now I'm scared.
Oh, yeah.
Do they play next weekend?
They do, but I won't be at the Friday game because I'll be in Milwaukee.
Correct. The other game is Sunday, and it is in Chicago.
Ew.
Yeah.
We could go to Chicago.
Do you really want to do that, though?
I don't.
No.
But we could.
I would really rather not ever go back to that arena.
That is very fair.
I hate that arena.
With their fucking hallways?
Why are there hallways
and
like
that? And they smoke you out?
It's like an old high school. I hate it. I don't know how many times I have to say it. It's not a good building.
It's not.
Like, at all. No. It's just a bad time, and
At least the BMO's normal.
Yeah, it's a circle. The circle concourse.
Easy as that.
There's no corners.
No corners. No corners. The Jumbotron isn't at center ice, but we have to.
Nobody notices that except for the people that are at center ice, like us. From center ice.
Wow, we're done. We should probably finish this up.
Yeah, probably.
We've already gone off the rails so many different times.
A lot of different ways.
Yes. There's so many different whales.
The whales. You gotta watch out for the whales.
Gotta watch out for the whales. Oh, man. Alright, so next week I will have a new ad read for the beginning.
Yes.
I will have some more nonsense trades made up for you.
I don't think I'm ready.
And hopefully we'll have some more good things to talk about.
That would be great.
Hopefully also involving the Blackhawks.
That would be swell.
It would. Especially if they could stop giving up 50 shots a game.
That would be fantastic.
Yes. So, until next week, we thank you for listening. And please share this with your hockey-loving friends or people that don't like hockey. Maybe they'll get into hockey because of our nonsense.
That would be pretty neat.
That would be cool. I can get people into hockey. I got you into hockey.
You did. Good job.
Thanks. Now you're on a hockey podcast.
Now I'm on a hockey podcast.
So yeah, have people listen. I don't care who they are. We welcome them. Just as long as they're nice. Just be nice to people.
It's really that simple.
Bye.
Bye.